All right, microphone check 1, 2. Looking good. Looking good. Microphone is working good. Um, yeah. Happy Friday night, everybody. This is DJ Torch. About to get this party started. Here we go. I mean, we're going right into it. I got a lot of clips, so I got to move through fast. Let's just put it that way. All right, here we go. Here we go.
This is what he had to say about her being child free.
You don't want no kids.
No, I don't.
That's sad.
For who?
How can you not like yourself enough to want to see another version of you? It's just gonna end. It's just gonna stop.
That sounds like narcissism.
Nobody want no grandbaby?
They have grandchildren. I have siblings.
You kind of cold, baby girl.
Okay. I don't think so, but I respect your opinion.
Yeah, life is about families. Like,
I have a family. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is that for some reason, these red pill dudes, if they think you don't have a family if you don't have your own family, which is weird. But you have family. Sometimes family is enough family. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Family can be enough family. You don't need more family. But if you have your own family, that's good family. Here we go.
your own family.
No, I just don't think it's a journey for me.
I think that's a selfish journey.
No?
Oh, it's selfish because she doesn't want to have another man's child. That's weird.
I think you're entitled to your opinion, so I mean I'm not going to argue with you on that
you
one.
need that much like attention all on you, or because that sounds like that is kind of like you need all that, you need everything to be about you, or what if you can't share your space, your
what kind of mind f is this?
To anything else but your cat stuff and your animals?
Yes.
And your person?
Just my cats. That's it, I guess. I just don't see the world like you. I think it's all right. Like, it's okay that not everybody wants the same things.
I already know what happened to you. It's America. Your capitalism, everybody feel like they got so many options to do all this type of stuff. Transsexual, LGBT. What the fuck is this? It's a lot of like
He didn't even say it right. Oh my God. This dude is funny.
Just doing whatever. Money. It's all about money.
Well, what does that have to do with kids? Actually, it's okay. I mean, you get to feel how you feel.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
in a
fine.
relationship, you really took a hiatus, you come back, it's like, it's just you. It's individual.
And this is how these dudes be talking to women. And they wonder why they're not successful. If he really wants to have kids really, really bad, then he should really, really look for a woman who really, really wants to have kids. But he doesn't want to do that. He's in this performance of control.
The relationship should be about compromise. So you went to the other side, you crossed over to where you've had so many bad experiences. Now you might want to be more stubborn, more into yourself.
Oh, now he's a therapist. This is hilarious.
If you think you can please a partner, but okay. Well, that's amazing. That's fascinating to me. To be a girl in your 30s and people can have a kid. That's fascinating.
Wait a minute. First they blame women for having kids. Now they blame women for not having kids. That's the world we live in right now. That's banditry at its finest. Let me repeat myself. They blame you for having kids and they blame you for not having kids. I think the whole idea is as long as you have their kids, they're fine with it. But if you have somebody else's kids, they're not.
That's kind of cool. Like, how could you not want a kid? I don't know. Like, I mean, I just like I'm that dope. How could I not want another version of me?
There's also a lot of children who are born who aren't taken care of or who are in the foster care system and who are mistreated. Like, it's not like you have a child because you're not selfish. There are plenty of people.
Exactly. There are bars. I mean, this dude is kind of scary because he sounds like he's a serial impregnator to me.
People who are selfish who have children. It's not. I'm not inherently selfish because I don't want kids.
You should put that online or something.
I could have sworn it was there. Maybe I changed it and forgot to add it back or ran out of space, but I normally do write that.
Oh man. Hi Angela, how you doing tonight? It's good seeing you. Here we go.
Well, then I'm
Now,
glad.
he says, "Oh yeah, you should tell people you don't have children. Though I love them, I'm not seeking men with children." That's what she put. But for some reason, somehow he lost it. He couldn't find it. It's the same old
Glad I mentioned it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like
horrible comprehension.
be more easy, not be so exhaustive. I try to be a little bit more open-minded still. I try to retain that open-mindedness about some things.
So you've deduced that I'm not open-minded because I don't want to date somebody with children?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, how can you? What's the open-mindedness?
So Andy has children. So he has children, right? She doesn't. He wants to give her a kid, and he already has kids. So why isn't he with the woman who had the kids for him? There you go.
Sounds very close-minded.
Well, you also just said a soliloquy about transgendered people and
But those girls, like, what about it? Like,
do you feel that is open-minded?
That's not open-minded.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a masterclass on how to talk yourself out of a date. I repeat, a masterclass on how to talk yourself out of a date.
That's sexually minded. That's predator minded. Because a lot of those guys, you come across guys gay, like they don't even know how to hold themselves. Like that's like from experience, like they can just do some obnoxious stuff. It's almost like they don't even know how to find a partner. I don't even care for that stuff.
I think we've seen enough of that one. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's start this on a positive note. We started little humor going on. Let's get a positive note.
Let's give y'all a room tour of our daughter's nursery.
And y'all guess her name. This is the first letter of her name. Come on in.
Wow, they
Here's
were
our changing area, and
This is their child's room. Child to be room. Look how cool that is.
got some scones that have.
Oh, well, King Sigma, you came in on the right day. Because I'm finna to roast up me some red pills tonight,
3 different light settings.
Maybe throw some greens up in there,
All of her drawers are organized by what's inside.
Diapers, wipes, onesies, and more. We even got a diaper genie that we don't know how to use.
I don't know how to put the bags in it.
And of course, we got a cute little bench in here. She got a Tony's machine, and she got a humidifier. This thing right here play music, like all type of Disney music.
That is so cool. See, it is wonderful to see, two parents, being into wanting to be parents. I mean, he's put a lot of thought into this. She's put a lot of thought into this. That's what you call good parenting. The child is already loved and hasn't even got out yet. That's what you call it. Oh, King Sigma, you can best believe I'm roasting up some red pills. I learned that if you take some red pills, you get some coconut butter, you throw some coconut butter in with them red pills, they start to popping and stuff. Oh, they get all mad and stuff. Oh, yeah. Then I'm cooking with some hot grease.
Let it go.
Yeah.
I didn't even let it go.
We stole this olive tree out of our bedroom and gave it to her. Sacrifices must be made. You rocking like you in The Conjuring.
And we got this nice rocking chair, y'all. Ooh,
Oh.
we gonna be in here knocked.
She already got books and she can't even read. All these books are from both our childhoods. Her wall paper I tried to install, but I failed miserably.
And of course, we got her bed right here. We already know, y'all, she ain't gonna be sleeping in here. She gonna be in here sometime, but most of the time, she's gonna be in her bassinet with her parents. So.
We gonna be in the bassinet?
No, we not gonna be in the bassinet.
You said in the bassinet with her parents.
Be in her
How we gonna fit in the bassinet?
Her cute little rug, y'all, to match the aesthetic of her wallpaper.
Her name is.
I thought you was gonna say it.
No.
You was close.
It was her closet. Oh, we can't forget the lights.
Wow.
And she got a chandelier. Voila.
Here go her newborn section, 0 to 3 month section, 3 to 6 month section, 6 to 9 month section.
Got her socks, her bibs, hats,
Wow, look at
headbands,
that.
her shoes.
I mean, they can. This is Queen Can. I mean, if you want to see some positive energy, you got to check them out. I mean, this is cool.
Socks, wallets, towels, and extra accessories. Y'all, why her daddy go and get her some light up shoes that she ain't even gonna be able to fit till she's 2 years old?
Drip. And this is the nursery room tour.
Comment down below and let us know how we did, y'all. I think we did a good job.
I think you did a great job. Excellent work. Excellent work, Queen and Can. That is just beautiful. That is just beautiful. And we're going to keep with a little positivity. We're going to keep it with a little positivity tonight because the red pill gonna get roasted. I know I sound hella good. I sound hella good. Here we go.
Listen, Black women deserve to be loved correctly.
Absolutely. 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 He kind of, he looks like Megan's boyfriend. Kind of looks like Megan's boyfriend. Here we go.
And the reason why I'm saying this is because
he looks like Clay's cousin.
Very prevalent with men that men will hold Black women to a completely different standard than they hold every other woman. And I have Black sisters, I have Black aunts, I have Black cousins, I have Black grandma. This is the reason why I'm stepping up and saying this, right? Especially me being a half Black man. Listen, you will sit here and say Black women are aggressive or masculine, but then when a Latina does it, she's spicy. You will sit here and say a Black woman is masculine and aggressive, but when a white woman does it, she's strong. And that right there is blatant fucking racism. Mm-hmm. Black women are very intelligent. They're graduating college.
I have to tell everybody that Black men, they be bigoted against their own women, and I'm always right. I'm right. In general, at least half of y'all be saying some mean things about Black women all the time. Even after you've watched, I'm going to save it, but you're going to love it.
College at higher rates than any other woman. Black women are beautiful. Their hair, the natural hair is beautiful. Beauty is not defined by European standards. Beauty is defined by all standards. White, Black, Hispanic, they're all beautiful. If you're a man and you're heterosexual, you can understand that. If not, then you're just racist and prejudiced.
The man of the house is the firstborn daughter. I had a very...
Boom. What you gonna say, y'all? What you gonna red pill, y'all? Ain't got nothing to say. See, what I've noticed is that it's usually the rejects that talk shit about Black women. That's what I've noticed the most, is that it's the rejects that talk all that smack about Black women. Handsome Black men, rarely. They have no complaints. They have no problems. I'm not saying all, because I've run across some fools, but still, that's what's going down. We're just getting this warmed up. We're still in the feel good. We're still in the feel good segment, everybody. So let's feel good. Here we go.
Definitely. I'm not into Black women.
Oh. Why is this always the answer? I need to know this right now. So you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it. You're conventionally a very pretty girl. It's just a preference. I actually tried to kind of see a Black girl for a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it. If a girl's half, it's different. But a girl who's fully Black, for some reason, it's just...
So it's just a preference of skin tone. So you don't like Black people?
No, I love Black people, but I'm just not attracted sexually to Black women.
What's one race that you wouldn't date?
Dear Black women, don't pay any attention to anybody out there that looks you down or puts you down or whatsoever. Focus on people like me who do appreciate you and support you the way you are.
Yep, there you go, y'all. There you go. Let me keep it going. Had a mixed brother first. If you go by the one drop rule, he was Black. And then this Caucasian guy right here. Here we go.
The queens, especially my girlfriend, who is a Black queen and always deserves to be treated like one.
Unfortunately, in the villa, I had to just put on this strong suit because I know not only was I representing myself, but I was representing women and Black women specifically around the world. I truly feel like before we came into this world, Black women already had a label. They're so quick to label us as angry Black women. So that one moment of weakness that I had, people was like, okay, that's the real her. Well, no. What about when I was poised in situations that I should have acted out in? Like, what about those moments?
Exactly.
You were so quick to label me when that moment of weakness, and that's not fair, you know?
I'm serious when I tell other men.
Let me pause it right there. Oh, by the way, King Sigma, make sure you stay on because I want you to come up so you can defend, your preference. Here we go.
That we need to protect Black women. We need to respect Black women. We need to love Black women because they deserve just as much love and respect as y'all show any other ethnicity. But I just think it's kind of funny that I could talk about any other race, but as soon as I say something about a Black woman being beautiful, that just really upsets people.
It really upsets Black men. That's the funny thing. It doesn't upset other people. Other people are like, well, they might be a little nervous, but when black men hear another race of man giving love to a Black woman, they get furious.
People do not want to respect Black women. They don't want to treat Black women the way they should be treated.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video addressed the crazy stereotype the world have created against Black.
Yeah, and it was created by Black men. Let's keep it going.
Black women, and a lot of people who speak in this video, my own
attitude and your aggressiveness makes you the least desired, and
here we go.
Your anger.
My own opinion on each of the topic they talk about.
Black women are the most destructive women in America. Your anger, your attitude, and your aggressiveness.
Okay, let me stop for a minute because I got to break this down. Right here in the top right corner, you have a Black man speaking on Black women, saying they're the most destructive human in the world, when actually, technically, he better stop throwing rocks from a glass house. Let me just put it nicely. Let's plateau. It's good seeing you in the house. It's good seeing you. Right here is a Caucasian guy who, ironically, theoretically, to Black men who actually say that white men are racist and all this kind of stuff, he's defending Black women. So we're in an environment now where Black men are just really, actually, probably worse to Black women than other races of men are at this moment. I'm not saying that other races of men are running to altar to marry Black women or anything like that. I'm not saying that, even though they probably are. But what I'm saying is that before, the one caveat a Black man had back in the day is that at least we respect our own women if nobody else does. Now we can't even claim that. It's gotten that bad. Let's Plateau says, hey, DJ in chat, I know that I said that before. The finest guys are usually the best behaved. Yep. It's a shock, but I guess it's because women treat them better throughout life. I don't know. Well said. Well said.
You're the least desired and least attractive women in the country. The reason for why we see so many Black men moving to white women and Latino women is because you bring more problems than solutions to a relationship.
Multiple things I need to address about your video. Black women are absolutely, sadly, the most mistreated and the most hated human beings, not only in the United States of America, but also around the planet. That anger, aggressiveness, and attitude, it ain't just Black women, sir. Those three behaviors that you just mentioned exist in every man, in every woman, in every child of every race, and every color. So I don't want to
breaking it down. He's breaking it down.
Understand why you just want to make it a Black woman thing. And that's a problem, because what you're doing is that you are demonizing them by stereotyping them. And stereotypes is one of the biggest reasons why Black women get a lot of hate just because of that. The problem is, if people like to look at her and see she's mad, people like to either call her a stereotype or just assume that she masculines men. Or otherwise, people like to assume she either has anger problems or something like that. Anger is anyone in general. It ain't just a Black woman thing. So people like you need to stop with that shit. Men like you keep proving my point every single day. This is the problem what Black women have to deal with. The reality check about Black women is that Black women are the types of people who do not tolerate BS or negativity. They are also, in fact, loving people, and they also stand up for others that they know and love and care about. And also, Black women, in my honest opinion, have the most beautiful, flawless skin, and also their blueprints of beauty. All colors are beautiful, but Black women are beautiful too. You know, talk about you mentioning about Black women bringing problems instead of solutions. Anybody sadly can do those things. It ain't just Black women, like I said. And I will be honest with you, sir. I sadly have dated one that was aggressive and brought a lot of problems instead of fixing things. But just because I dated one that was like that doesn't mean that all Black women are like that. People that are toxic and bring problems to the solutions, that behavior exists in every race and every color. It ain't just black women. There's people out there that are toxic, and there's other people that are not toxic.
Exactly.
That's why there's a new thing called never judge a book by its cover. And you want to know what the worst thing about black women, sir? Black women, sadly, and right now, and still get the most criticism from the wrong people.
Bars. Exactly. Exactly. And that guy's video was a perfect example.
Point, if they get caught with a white guy or somebody else that's not black, she gets insulted and disowned and gets referred as a sellout. When the reality is that does not make her or anyone else a sellout. How come it's not okay for black women to date white guys, but also okay for black men to date white girls?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, I don't understand. It doesn't matter what the color of their skin is. As long as you're happy and you respect the person no matter what, that's what matters. But if you also want me to be incredibly honest with you when it comes to black women and white guys, black women right now are more into white guys because a lot of us, not saying that we're better, but we treat black women with the most amount of love, kindness, and respect. But again, it doesn't matter what the color of their skin is. White, black, yellow.
And my point is this. I'm not saying run out there and get yourself a white guy or whatever like that. But what I will say is this, is that there is, you as a black woman, you will get we can no longer, as black men, we can no longer, thanks to the Kevin Samuels era, we can no longer claim we treat black women better. We just simply can't do that. Here we go. I'm going to keep it going. We're on a roll. Now, here's you know something, King Sigma? I'm going to drop the link right now for King Sigma because I think you're going to like this part. This is we're getting into you know, the part where it may just, let's say, fit your situation. If not true, it will be true. Here we go.
She was bad, she was fine, and she was the downfall.
Oh, here we go. Hey, King Sigma. Come get some, man.
Too many rich black men get to the top only to lose it all chasing the wrong woman. Fame, money, legacy, gone. Not because they weren't great, but because they got caught up in the mess. Cheating scandals, child support drama, public embarrassments, even life or death situations. And the worst part, most of them didn't see it coming. This ain't about blaming women. It's about peeping the pattern. Because when the smoke clears, the headlines ain't talking about their stats or success. They're talking about how it all fell apart.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Let's get into some of the biggest names who had it all and lost it just because of who they let into their lives. Let's keep it real. Tristan Thompson should have been remembered as the dude who did the dirty work for LeBron, grabbing every rebound like rent was due, and helped Cleveland bring home their first ever NBA title. But instead, when you hear his name now, basketball ain't even the first thing that comes to mind. It's drama, cheating scandals, and a whole lot of mess tied to the Kardashian name. Tristan came into the league with potential. Drafted 4th overall in 2011, the man was built for the grind, athletic, tough, and knew how to play his role. He wasn't flashy, but he did the dirty work every championship team needs.
I mean, yep, he sure did. What happened to his money though, bro? What happened to his money? Break it down for me. What happened to his money?
That's why when the Cavs made the historic 3-1 comeback in the 2016 finals against the Warriors, Tristan was right there playing his role perfectly. No, he wasn't dropping 30, but without him banging in the paint, playing defense, and hustling for rebounds, Cleveland doesn't win that ring, period. But as his game started to grow, so did his fame, just not for the right reasons. That's when Khloe Kardashian stepped into the picture.
There you go. There you go, King Sigma. Your girl's on screen. Your girl's on screen. Not only yours though, King. I mean, so many black men would still line up for this woman right here over black women. So many black men, they would line up left and right. You know. Yeah. But, let's keep it going.
And everything started changing. Now, no disrespect to Khloe or the Kardashian clan, but getting involved with them is like stepping into a media war zone. Your every move becomes a headline, and the focus shifts real quick from your career to your relationship. Tristan and Chloe's relationship was
okay. King Sigma like her. He likes himself some Kardashian. He likes himself some Kardashian, like a lot of black men do. But somehow, never mind.
Everywhere, on social media, TV shows, blogs, you name it. And then came the cheating, multiple times. The most explosive, right before Chloe gave birth to their daughter, True. News broke that Tristan had been caught on surveillance doing dirt with other women.
There we go. See, it's not the women. It's not women. Has nothing to do with, what you guys call, preferences. It has to do with the man's nature. It has to do, with that XY getting too many X's and Y's. A man who has to prove himself sexually all the time because he's insecure. That's what happened. Hey, let's keep it going.
Caught on surveillance doing dirt with other women. Bro, the baby hadn't even arrived yet.
I know. I mean, the thing is this, the Kardashians, to me, I am not impressed with. But I will say this. She didn't send that man out there to cheat on her before she had the kid. And you know what's weird and sad and funny at the same time? This happens all the time. This is very common. When lost men, and I'm going to start using lost men, I think. I'll start using lost men. It's not really new, but it's kind of so old that it's new. And, I want to leave the modern thing up to somebody else. Here we go.
That moment alone had people looking at him sideways, but it didn't stop there. The scandal that really rocked the internet came in 2019 when reports said Tristan hooked up with Jordan Woods. Now, if you don't know, Jordan wasn't just some random girl. She was like family to the Kardashians, best friends with Kylie Jenner.
And that's the funny thing. Look how messy dude is, but somehow it's women's fault.
It hit like a betrayal on all sides, and the internet did what it always does. It blew up. The memes, the think pieces, the drama, and once again,
I mean, don't you have respect for your own? Don't you guys have respect for your own, reputation? Ignore everything else. How about for your own reputation? Can you lather that up? I mean, someone's going to find out when you're cheating. Let's just put it that way. Don't you have respect for yourself? That's the question.
Tristan's name was on everybody's tongue for everything but basketball.
This is Red Pill. This is Red Pill. Red Pill is infidelity. That's what Kevin Samuels taught. That's what Angry Man teaches. That's what all Coach whatever teaches. That's what they teach. They teach how to be infidels because they've either done it themselves or they tell everybody to do it. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. Because I'm wrong. I'm never wrong. Here we go.
You think that will be the end of it, but nope. In 2021, he got exposed again, this time for fathering a child with a fitness model while still trying to fix.
Oh, man. That is some red pill pookie behavior if I've ever seen it. That's just sad. Okay. First of all, y'all want to blame black women for, your behavior, right? Well, here is a Kardashian, right? And this dude can't stop cheating on her. So what's the excuse now? Oh, it's women in general. It's women in general. It's not, So, and you know what's funny to me, King Sigma and Deontay, is the fact is that it doesn't matter how good these women look. It's not like somebody can say, wow, she wasn't looking like all that, and blah. No, they look really good. He still serial cheated on her. Angela says, King Sigma, go tell the white tea man how much you love white tea.
Things with Chloe. She found out the same way we all did, through the internet and his public apology. Chloe, you don't deserve this, he wrote on Instagram.
You don't deserve this again. Or maybe it's again and again. Who knows? We'll find out later. Here we go.
And he was right. She didn't. But at that point, the damage was already done. Now, here's the thing. Tristan still had game. He bounced around the league, Boston, Sacramento, Indiana, but he never recaptured that same energy he had in Cleveland. He wasn't the same guy mentally, and let's be honest, the drama weighed him down. Endorsements
Let's face it, he's a hoe. You know he's a hoe. He costs 15 cents at a dollar show.
Right up, his name became more of a punchline, and to top it all off, the NBA hit him with a 25-game suspension for testing positive for banned substances. So now you've got scandals and a drug violation attached to your name. That's a tough comeback. This whole situation shows how fast things can flip when your personal life gets louder than your profession. Tristan went from being a champion to being known more for cheating headlines than hoop stats. Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom wasn't just another dude in the league.
Oh, man, the Lamar Odom. Let me keep it going. Darnell Gatsenia, here we go.
He was cold. A 6'10" forward who could handle the rock like a guard, pass like a point, and finish like a big man.
I literally forgot that he was a really good player. I really forgot. Through his hoeing and his cracking it up. I can't remember. Darnell, you remember anything about Lamar Odom?
He was not as good as you remember. I mean, he had I think he had one or two good seasons. You know, that was really about it.
Okay.
I think he was a good what do they call it in basketball? I think they call it a six man.
Okay.
You know, that was about it.
Dang. Okay. Well, that still makes him really good. He just wasn't great.
Right. You know, you got to remember. You remember Chicago? They had Tony Kukoc.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kukoc, he won the best six-man award. So, you know, and Kukoc had a pretty successful career. He wasn't considered the best or anything. So it's not to say, hey, man, he was a horrible basketball player or anything. You know. But,
Deontay, you have any thoughts?
Hey, I was gonna wait a couple minutes to hop on. I had to do something. I had to take my dog down and stuff, but I had to defend Lamar real quick, man. Hey, listen, Lamar was an animal. I know what you said down there. He wasn't like no superstar, but for his size, the skill set that he had, I mean, he was an animal. Now the thing about Lamar is that he was another one of these weak, rich black men, though. We just went back to back from Christian to Lamar. I'm guessing that Kanye is next because you're going down the Kardashian list, BJ. Like
that's true. He was with the Kardashian.
Yeah, he was with Chloe. I believe he was married to Chloe. The same, you know. But it's like
was it Chloe? Yeah, it was Chloe. I think it was.
Yeah.
Because Chloe's a little more heavy set. I mean, I don't mean that like she was fat, but yeah, she's bigger than Kim. And
oh yeah, she's the one who was rumored that O.J. Simpson was her real dad, you know. But it's just that these Kardashians, this just lets you know how weak-minded these men are, because they already know what these Kardashian women are about, and they still want them. I mean, they do, especially Kim has a unique look because she said her race is Armenian. Armenian, what is that, like almost like Middle Eastern, Mediterranean?
Mm-hmm.
So she's like considered white, but she's really like Persian to be for real. You know, so that's a very exotic type look, especially when they start tanning and got the jet black hair going on. Because if you go to the Middle East and see the picture of Abu Dhabi and Dubai, they all look like Kim Kardashian, just naturally. But yeah, I don't know what it is with these guys, man. But when you go into that Kardashian house, you come out with your life ruined. I think Travis Scott is the only one whose life wasn't ruined. That's because he was with Kylie, and Kylie got as crazy as her older sisters are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think because Kylie just associated with him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know she's her sister and stuff, but yeah, I mean, she just but But then again, she from crazy. Well, I'm not gonna get into that, But the
He's
thing
smart
is,
though.
yeah. I don't know her too well because but she wasn't in the limelight like her sisters were. But
Yeah, but what I mean is she did the same Kardashian thing. She went after black guys, right? Because that's just what they into. Remember when this was like maybe 10 years ago, Kylie said that her sisters are the only KKK that black men like. Remember that? Because it's Kim, Courtney, and Kardashian.
oh,
Yeah, they only, yeah, and it's like, and Lamar Odom thought that was funny. Like, yeah, dude, but you heard what Kanye said that these women, basically, the sisters, sexually, psychologically brainwash these dudes. Like, if you got access to one sister, you got access
yeah.
to all sisters. Like,
Yeah, it's the Kardashian curse. You remember Reggie Bush?
you see, Reggie was smart though, dog. He never married them chicks. Never married what's his name? Kim.
Yeah, but when he was dating Kim, though, if you remember his career, because he out of college, he was supposed to be one of the best. Man, he was horrible. He was a highly touted running back out of college. He was supposed to be the best thing since sliced bread, and his first few years, man, he was garbage. It wasn't until after him and Kim broke up for the final time, because you got to remember they kept going back and forth for a minute.
Then he started getting good.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go forward. Here we go.
Fame. To the outside world, McNair had it all, but inside, he was juggling a life that he couldn't hold together. Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield wasn't just a boxer, he was the boxer. Tough, focused, and respected by everyone who loved the fight game. He stood toe-to-toe with the baddest men in the ring and walked out a legend. The man had hands of stone and the heart of a lion. He gave us legendary bouts, including those iconic fights against Mike Tyson. Yes, the same one where Tyson bit his ear. Holyfield didn't flinch. That's how solid he was.
For a nice body shot, and it's going to be one shot, and that's it. The decibel level here is getting close a lot. We've been wondering. Oh, a straight right. As we head for the bell. They continue to go. Give me some back.
At his peak, Evander made over $230
million. Let's keep it going. Let's see where it went. $1
million in his career. He was on top of the world, living in a 54,000 square foot mansion in Atlanta with 109 rooms, a real life castle. He had private chefs, bowling alleys, a movie theater. He was living like boxing royalty, but that money, it didn't last. Evander had 11 kids with 6 different women, and
there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, 11 kids with 6 different women. You can't blame the women. You just can't.
I'm sorry. I can, DJ.
How can you blame the women for getting pregnant from a man that is irresponsible?
It's just like Nick Cannon and all these other dudes that got like 20 freaking kids. It's like the first couple, okay, the first 2 or 3 women, you give a pass to.
Answer this for me. Who's the common denominator?
Yes, he's the common denominator. But
there you go.
What I'm saying though, DJ, is okay, after the first 2 or 3 women, it's like, okay, you know what this dude's about. Why are you choosing to lay up with this man? You trying to get a... Oh, come on, DJ.
Wait, Darnell. I can understand because maybe Evander's famous, right? But you'd be surprised. Well, here's a perfect example. Look at Jay-Z. He had 2 more kids we didn't even know about. He may have some more. We didn't know about them, and look how famous he was.
So that's true then. I heard the rumor myself, but I didn't.
It's true. It's true. Because
hold on. Let's go back to what it is.
what? Okay, Jay-Z. There's the boy. The dude is still the young man who, as to me, it's obvious that through Jay-Z's behavior, I was convinced that that's Jay-Z's kid. He already conceded the young lady and bought her like $1 million house or something like that a while ago, even though that's nothing for being, you're a kid of a billionaire. So yeah, he's already got 2 in the mix, and I guarantee you more is going to come out the woodwork.
Yeah, but it's like, you remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was governor, he fathered a whole child. Nobody knew for years. He looked like Arnold, Hispanic child, looked just like Arnold, right?
You were trying to say this. You were trying to say this, Darnell. You were trying to say, well, after 3 kids, everybody should know. But no, not necessarily. Because remember now, using Jay-Z as the example, he had 2 kids. His 2 oldest kids are the ones that were the sneaky link. You see what I'm saying? They were the ones that nobody knew about. So up to that time, basically, technically, Beyonce thought she was the first one to have his child, when it was not true at all.
Yeah. Okay. That's a different circumstance. But I'm talking somebody is married. A man is married, or he likes to sleep around because he has a record of having kids.
Darnell, he wasn't married at the time. He was just being sneaky. You're underestimating the level of a man's sneakiness. Men can be sneaky too. Everybody wants to say women are sneaky. Men can be sneaky too. We don't know how many kids this dude has. We really don't. It's kind of like Dr. Umar. In fact, it's exactly like Dr. Umar. They find some way of not having these children they have promoted. So yes, somebody around the way might know, but not necessarily everybody or every woman.
I think that is the dumbest thing that you can do, especially of a person of importance like that. Where I'm from in Akron, Ohio, right? It was a long time rumor that LeBron, when he was playing in Cleveland, had got one of the Cleveland news anchors pregnant, and then she kept the baby in secret. And I said, "There's no way that's possible." And I was like, because LeBron grew up without a father. His whole stick was, "I don't have a father with me and my mom." If it ever came out that LeBron had a child and he was hiding it from the world, he would be destroyed publicly, and his ego can't take that. You know what I'm saying? It just, I'm gonna tell you this: what's more of a man? What is more of a man? To hide a child that you got because you don't want nobody to know, or to come out and say, "Hey, man, listen, I cheated on my wife. I stepped outside our relationship. I had a child outside our marriage, but I'm not gonna hide my child. My wife already know about it. We talked about it. Here's my child." That's what D Wade did. That's the only thing I commend D Wade on. When he cheated on that baby and he had a baby outside their marriage, he did not run from it. He would. Yeah, I'm sure they talked about it for months first, then he came out publicly. Like, the worst thing you can do is hide a child. That's what I'm saying.
I thought they said D Wade they claimed he was in the closet.
No, he is. Even Gabrielle Union admitted that, but that don't mean he can't have a baby, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey,
No, I'm just learning something. That's all.
Now, before I start this clip, I want to tell everybody out there, I am trolling. I'm trolling with this next clip. I'm trolling Red Pill hard because everybody wanted to call, Megan Thee Stallion. They wanted to make her out to be like a modern woman and just unhandleable or whatever they call it. Check this out.
What's up, y'all? So Clay had never had spaghetti and catfish together before, and ever since the first time I made it for him, he asked me for this shit like every week.
He could bring it.
Tell me what you think.
It's hard to hear what he's saying, but he's very happy right now. It looks like to me she's cooking. She's a super modern woman. Maybe the modern woman's mystique is a myth. Maybe it's if you treat a woman good, she treats you good. Wow, what a good theory I just came up with. You treat a woman good, and I'm not going to say all the time, but a lot of times they might treat you good.
Yeah, thank you for throwing that disclaimer out there.
I don't know. It's just like, it's just, it's the scientific theory. That's why I'm a genius, is when I think of these out of the world things that nobody ever thinks about. Like, if you treat somebody good, they might treat you good. I think I got to patent that. You know what I mean? I got to patent that. Look.
It is the best thing I've ever tasted. My favorite meal. Catfish, spaghetti, and Hawaiian rolls. And it just goes down.
That does look good. You cannot say, I don't know. All I can say is, Kaya, you better watch out. Because if Megan comes out with a cooking show, she got problems. If she's making a $300 million man happy, yeah, that's a problem for cooking shows. I don't know about you, but that looks hella good. That's all I'm saying. So it's not, the thing is this. We've seen Megan on stage. She is definitely a woman who can be independent. But the thing is this is a woman, if you capture a woman's love, you get love back. It's that simple. All that shit about submission and shit, I don't believe in that anymore. It's just receiving love back. It's being kind to somebody and being respectful to somebody naturally, and it coming back to you. It's coming back. That's what happens. I don't think Megan wants to make no more music, really. Quite honestly, I think she's done with that. I think she's done with the hip hop world. I think she's had enough. When somebody puts a hole in your foot, it makes you think second about shit.
Yeah, maybe. I can't speak to the frame of mind of Megan Thee Stallion, but the only thing I can say, DJ, is it's not always does it work out. Hey, you treat somebody good, because let's face it, there are some women that do use dudes out there.
No, why are you such a Grinch all the time?
Hey, this happened to me. You got to remember, I'm a red pillar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. But see, the thing is this. It's like this. This is what I'm trying to tell all the men out there. It's like, if you want to treat women like shit, then nobody's gonna. There's nothing I can do about that, because I can't run around and start slugging every man who treats a woman bad. But just don't expect to be treated well. Just don't expect to be respected well. It's especially by that woman's family. And that's a lot of these men. They think they can put ones and twos on women, and then turn around and get cooked meals and shit. So that's my point. But I'm glad. I'm happy for Megan. I really am. To me, them as a couple is a win no matter what happens, because you can tell that they're both mature enough that if they do break up, it's going to be it's not going to be any kind of a messy breakup. They're just going to break up, cry, hug, kiss, and then move on. But if they get married, oh shit, it'll be the second coming of Russell Wilson. Oh my God, watch, these dudes will go crazy. These dudes they are going to be so pissed. So yes,
rubbing this in their face. Why they get so mad at that? I had a cousin who was upset about that. Well, not upset like he knows him personally, but he had something to say about that Russell Wilson situation. I'm like, dude, listen, like, what it is that they're threatened by it because they think that these chicks, especially these hip hop hood chicks, basically only want to be with a certain type of dude. And when they see them leaving that dumb shit alone, like you said, Megan up here up here with these dudes, they up here got guns shooting at feet and sloppy ass drinking, having sex with her friends behind the back, got her doing what the whole thing is just out of control. You know what I'm saying? So he was ready to leave that shit alone. And it's funny, like you said, the submission thing, she is doing all of this on her own. Clay Thompson didn't sit her down and say, listen here, bitch, you gotta be submissive, you gotta cook clean. He ain't say none of that too. All he did was treat her good. Matter of fact, you really pay attention to what's been going on publicly in their relationship. She done bought to do the $300,000 wash. She done went fishing and boating with him, which is what he liked to do. She called him the captain, and she the first mate. Now she's cooking for this dude, and not only is she cooking for him, she's filming it and putting it on social media. She wants people to see, yeah, this is what happens when you find a dude that's for real. You don't want to let him go. She's already played with these little dudes before. Like you said, Clay is a multi-millionaire, hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, like, and one more thing too. I don't think it's gonna stop her from making music though, because you look at Beyonce and Sierra, both of them are with men that's worth, hundreds of millions of dollars. Jay-Z a billionaire, and they still make music. She's still gonna make music. It's just that she knows that she's not gonna have this guy all over the place cheating on her, lying to her, abusing her. It's just gonna be completely different. Speaking of Sierra, on Breakfast Club this morning, talking about Russell Wilson and everything, and she 100% supportive of him. She got on Charlamagne's back when he started talking about the Giants and stuff. So they've been together for a long time, man. Like that wasn't a gimmick. This don't look like one either.
No, a lot of people want it to be a gimmick, but I don't know.
The issue with the Sierra thing, it was some strange post that was coming out of her camp. Things that she would post, videos she would post, saying things like, I don't need you, but I want you kind of thing. It's like, why would you say something like that and post it publicly like that? That's where Sierra was getting attacked by that's what caused the Red Pill to go in and attack her the way, that they did.
I do believe, I believe you that you're saying that's what she said, but I think they were just pissed because she wasn't with Future, and his 9 other women.
Well, they don't really care about that, really. The only one I would say,
but Darnell, you brought up a good point, and this is a good point I brought up. They don't care about Future having. That's the problem. They don't care about Future having 9 other women. You would think that Future would have been the one who got all the heat, right?
Not from the Red Pill, hell no.
Yeah.
You have to remember the Red Pill even teaches. It says that if you're a high value man, you have more options and they exercise your options.
Okay, I'm okay. Here we go to the next one, y'all. Here we go.
Who wants to be free and don't?
Let me pause this because I need to make sure I get the volume up on this one. This is that one, you'll know it, but where's the volume one? There it is. Here we go.
Who wants to be free and don't do whatever you want to do, so of course you're not gonna listen. You need to be protected from yourself. That's what I was just saying. I could tell your energy. You need to be protected from yourself because you want to be free and loose like a
worst Uber drive ever.
Wild woman, like most women nowadays. They don't have control and discipline over themselves. You want a weak man that's gonna let you do whatever the hell you want to do. You want a weak man with money. There's plenty of weak men with money out here. And that definitely ain't what you getting with me.
Yeah, he is he's a horrible Uber driver. I'm just I was doing it, so I know. That dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he got suspended permanently.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get suspended at Uber, but you cannot be talking to your customers like that. They already paid you. Yeah, I mean, when you picked them up, the money went through already. So,
You know,
you can kick rocks. I don't take women. I don't let women do what they want to do and say what they want to say around me. That's an unruly woman. It's a woman that's out of control and don't know her place.
I wonder where I've heard that from before. Huh. That sounds so familiar. But I know he made it up on his own, huh? You know?
No, he did make
control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never heard that before.
Out of control and don't know her place.
And don't know her place. I wonder where I've heard that before.
I'm detecting a hint of sarcasm in your tone there.
My baby mama's like that. I don't even like her. I love her.
And see, he just admits that he was irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's nothing wrong with being irresponsible or having a bundle of joy, but then to talk this shit like this, like you perfect? Oh, you got to get the hell out of here.
I mean, I just be honest with you, DJ. Like I said, I did a lot of Uber and Lyft driving myself, and you wouldn't see me on camera talking like that, not to a female customer. I hope that's not a female customer.
It's a female customer. She's recording him. Yeah, she's just sitting on the back, all quiet and submissive, listening to his bullshit.
Nah, I'm usually on my best behavior. It's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Is the AC? You want the AC on or windows down? You know what I'm saying? That's really about it. Now, sometimes I am not gonna lie to you. Sometimes as a Uber or Lyft driver, you do kind of become a therapist, especially on a Thursday, Friday night. You know, you will pick up some lonely women out there that are clubbing and stuff like that, and and they just usually they're a little bit older, but you wouldn't know because they still look good and everything. It's just but they're older, like they're in their 40s, and not many. Like I picked up one that lived in Gilbert. She was a cancer researcher.
Wait, let me pause you right here. I got to keep this going. Here we go.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't like her. She wasn't raised with a father. She doesn't know how to behave herself because she wasn't raised under the rules of a man. She was raised by a single mother.
So why do you get to with her, dude? See, that's the funny part to me.
I was raised with a father.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
You know what's funny about that, DJ? The funny part is he just said his baby mom was unruly because she was raised by a single mother. Yet she's not, but you done made her a single mother. So what's gonna happen to y'all family? You see, that doesn't make any sense. You can't sit up here and say, "Oh, you was raised by a single mother. You trash." Well, dude, you didn't marry her, so now y'all kids being raised by a single. I bet he don't got custody of his child.
Right.
He do. Like that shit is dumb as hell, man.
Sis, this Uber driver, pussing me off. Listen, tell my sister what you said.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Get the out. Get the out of here.
Say it again.
Get the out of here.
She getting her money back.
Get the out of my car.
She getting her money back, and he
my car. Get the out of here. Why you trying to get dumb?
Oh man,
this dude in the car venting to her about.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so red pill and so gone that he's willing to risk his employment to cuss somebody out that he's never going to see ever again.
Exactly.
But they do it. They will literally lose their jobs just so they can feel good about cussing somebody out or making somebody feel lower or you see where I'm going. You know?
Yeah,
So-
like I said, you don't do that. You know, you leave your personal. You know, another thing too, as a good Uber or Lyft driver, you don't. Other than you have to feel your customer out, and you know,
Right.
so you start out with hello, how are you? If they don't give you a response, or you know, their response kind of sounds like that you don't want to be bothered, you leave them alone.
Right. Or if the conversation goes south, you don't say anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He let it like he just I guarantee you he probably ain't gonna be hired by nobody. Let me pause this, bring it forward a little bit. This is gonna trip you out. Let's see, is this the one? Oh, okay.
So she was like, meet her at her house or whatever. So I meet her at her house. So one day, my best friend had called me and asked me did I want to go out to eat with her. So I was like, yeah, cool, we could go out to eat or whatever. So she was like, meet me at my house or whatever.
Kids, I am a bird that circles and circles that circle.
My bad, I'm at work, so I got interrupted. But so she was like, meet her at her house or whatever. So I meet her at her house. I was sitting on the couch and she was getting ready, finishing up getting ready or whatever, so they could leave. In the midst of that, her husband kept walking back and forth, like pacing back and forth as if he was ready for us to go. Like he was aggravated, he was getting agitated and stuff like that. And was like, well, what time y'all supposed to be leaving or whatever? And she was like, we about to get ready to leave right now. So, excuse me. So, after that, we get ready to go. So we leave or whatever, and we end up going to Longhorn. That's the restaurant that we chose to go to. We goes to Longhorn. We sitting there, we just catching up on old times. We just talking and stuff. It had like 30 minutes had passed by, whatever. We are waiting on our food and stuff. They finally bring out our appetizers and stuff. So her phone started ringing. It was her husband calling or whatever. So he was just calling and trying to see had we made it to the restaurant or whatever, and and how long we was going to be there. She had told him that we sat down, we've been waiting for our food, we still haven't got our food yet. So he like, oh, okay, cool, take your time, you don't have to rush or whatever. Mind you, she talking to him on speaker. So she got him on speaker, and I hear her dog like whining in the background or whatever.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
And she not saying nothing about it, but it was aggravating because I'm like, is your dog hungry or something? Like, you need to tell him to feed the dog or something. Like, you don't hear your dog whining in the background. So she was like, okay, and feed the dog or whatever, because she sounds like she hungry, and you just sitting there letting her cry or whatever. So he was like, she'll be all right. I'm about to feed her. I'm actually about to take her for a walk. So she like, okay, cool. Well, I'll just call you later. Our food about to get ready to come out. So he like, okay, like I said the first time, take y'all time. Y'all don't have to rush or whatever. So she like, okay, love you. Talk to you later or whatever. So she like, okay, she hang up. So we go back to talking and stuff. Food had done came out. We tested. We taste testing the food and stuff. In the midst of the taste testing, we had got something that we didn't like. So we asked the waiter, was it okay if we location request? Like her husband started requesting her location for her to share her location with him or whatever. So she was like, that's weird. Why you want to know my location? I just told him that we came to Longhorn or whatever. She still didn't think nothing of it, so she ended up sharing her location with him. Like, oh, are y'all still at the restaurant? What are you doing? And this and that. And she was like, yeah, we still here. We're about to get up and get ready to go right now. We're about to leave right now, whatever. He asked her, can she stop by Walmart to grab the dog some more food, and told her that he think the dog had started her period, so that can she grab
What?
some of the dog period pads or whatever and stuff like that. And she was like, it was weird because how did her dog start period and she's a baby? But okay, like I said, she still didn't think nothing of it. So we go to Walmart and she grabbed the dog food and the dog pads, and she actually grabbed extra stuff that she think the dog would have needed or whatever. So we're rushing to the house to see what's going on with the dog. And I'm telling her, I'm like, it was a reason the dog was crying. Oh, she done started her period or whatever. So we get to the house. As we walking up on the door, the dog is whining, but this time it's not like whining for hunger. It's like a human crying, like type crying out for help or something like that. So we go in the house. There is blood droplets all over the house and this and that, but the dog wasn't acting normal or whatever. So she was asking, like, did this happen like after you took her on a walk? Did she get a hold of another dog outside when you took her for a walk? And he was like, oh, you know what? I did let her run off on the leash, like, run around at the doggy park off the leash. Maybe she could have came in connection with another dog or whatever.
This is getting weird. Here we go.
He was like, but I don't really know or whatever because I walked off and I was on the phone with you. This and that, so I wouldn't know if she connected with another dog. So she like, okay, cool. I'm gonna take her to the veterinarian to get checked or whatever. So when she said that, he had this crazy kind of look on his face, like, oh no, you don't need to. And he was like, you don't need to take her to a veterinarian.
Oh shit.
I just told you what to do. Just get me the dog pads and all that, and I clean her up. I clean the house up with the blood and da 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 da. So she like, okay, cool. Still not thinking nothing. She told me to sit on the couch, and she's going to change her clothes from when we had just came from out to eat. She had on heels and stuff. So she goes in the bathroom. When she goes in the bathroom, she finds a pile of towels, and a pair of his shorts that had blood on it or whatever. But she didn't say nothing to him. She came to me and was like, oh my God, my dog has been bleeding really bad, like on towels, on his shorts. It's like blood everywhere in my bathroom. Do you think I should take my dog to the vet? So I was like, yes, take the dog to the vet. Like,
No shit. No shit. Your animal's bleeding. Whatever animal's bleeding is bleeding. You take them to wherever they need to go.
Whining, like she's crying, like, something is wrong with her. We need to see what's wrong with her. Like, that's not normal. If you never heard her like whine or cry like that, like, take her to the vet. Like, something could really be wrong, especially her being a puppy and she's having a period already. That's crazy. Whatever. So she was just she went back and told her husband, like, hey, I'm just gonna take her to the vet and to get her checked, just to be on the safe side or whatever. And he instantly got aggressive with her, and start yelling out of anger, like, no, you're not taking her to the vet. I'm going to figure this out and whatever. You just want to spend money and this and that. 61. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, he got angry out of nowhere, like, and she was
Yeah.
like, he's acting.
When a dude gets exposed, the woman's in their most she's in danger. Let's just put it that way. When dudes, even though it's not her fault at all, dudes, ladies, you are in danger when that dude gets mad. When he gets exposed, oh man, they can't handle it.
And weird, like he never act like that when I said I'm gonna take the dog to the vet or whatever. Still not thinking nothing of it. So the next day, okay, so where I left off was it became the next day. My friend called me and was like, can I come to her house or whatever? I go to her house. When I go to her house, her husband is gone. So it's just me and her and the dog. She was like, my dog cried all night. I didn't know what to do or whatever. She was like, the dog ended up going to sleep. But in the midst of that, she was like, they had done, like, laid down. Her and her husband laid down. She was trying to have sex with him. And he did not want her touching him at all. Like, she was like, that was weird because he liked to have sex. So, yeah, she said she kept touching on him and stuff like that. And he would move her hand and tell her, like, no, I'm good. I don't want to have sex. I just want to go to sleep or whatever. So she was like, it was weird to her.
Angela says the dog is traumatized forever.
It was stuck in her head like overnight, like she couldn't really sleep. She kept tossing and turning, whatever the case may be. So she called me over there and she was asking me, like, what do I think? Do I think he's cheating or something? And I was like, well, I can't really say because I'm just somebody from the outside looking in. I don't know, like, in reality, I don't know, like, how he act when he's cheating or whatever. So I can't really say. I didn't really want to put my input in on that or whatever. So other than that, I went to ask her, like, okay, how's the dog doing? Is she okay? Is she still bleeding? Or what the case may be. She was like, yes, she's still bleeding. She have on her doggy pads or whatever. So I'm like, well, since he's not here, do you want me to take you to the vet? She was like, yeah, matter of fact, that's a good idea. Let's go to the vet. So,
Oh shit.
So we take the dog to the vet or whatever. The dog is getting checked, this and that. So they tested the dog for all different kind of stuff. I don't really know what kind of test they give dogs, but they tested the dog for all different kind of stuff. The results had came back and the veterinarian was like, there's no way that she's supposed to be having a period right now at this age. She's only a baby. And it looked like something other than another dog part was stuck in her. So he was like, it could have been like a broomstick or a mop or something like that. Like something out of the ordinary was stuck in his dog.
So I'm assuming the husband sodomized the dog.
I think that's where we're going here. Let's see what happens.
That wasn't supposed to be, attached to this dog or whatever. So, in her mind, she just went to thinking like, oh, he tried to kill the dog because the dog kept crying. That was his way of trying to make the dog be quiet or whatever. But we still didn't know. So we just coming up with our own assumptions or whatever, trying to make up whatever we think he did to the dog. So we leave, we get back in the car and she called him. And she was like, tell me, what did you really do to my dog? She was like, tell me, what did you really do to my dog? Or I'm going to call the police for animal cruelty. They said you stuck something in my dog or whatever.
Oh, Angela Reddick, you nailed it. His sick ass is going to serious time. Yeah, here we go.
And I want to know. So he was like, what you mean? And who said, didn't I tell you not to take the dog to the vet? that we was going to handle it. She slept all through the night, so you didn't even have to take her to the vet or whatever. So he instantly got mad again. Like, you don't listen, you're going against my rules. I'm the husband.
Doesn't this sound familiar?
And you do what I tell you to do, this and that. You always got your friends in your ear, da 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 da. Like, I don't know what I be talking about. So he just went to, talking out of ordinary or whatever. So she ended up asking him, like, okay, well, last night, why you didn't want me to, why didn't you want to have sex, or whatever? And he just flipped out. What you think I'm cheating? What you think I'm doing something? Da 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 da. So she was like, she just gonna leave it alone. She hung up in his face. When she hung up in his face, we go back to the house or whatever. When we go back to the house, he's at the house. He at the house and he's acting like he was washing, doing laundry or whatever. And she goes in the room, and when she goes in the room, in her bed, like, he had done took the sheets and the covers and stuff off the bed so that he can wash. And when she goes in the room, there was a big blood spot on the bed, but on his side of the bed. So she asked him, she was like, where did this blood come from that's in the bed? So he was like, oh, when she started having her period or whatever, I picked her up and put it on the bed. And, I didn't think nothing of it or whatever. And so she was like, well, you slept in that last night because you didn't wash the sheets of the blankets yesterday or whatever. So
yeah.
In the midst of that, now she go to thinking. Y'all, she finally go to thinking. She was like, something not adding up. For one, it was a pile of towels. You had blood stains on your shorts, on your clothing. And my dog not supposed to be bleeding. And now here you go, I find a blood stain on your side of the bed. What's really going on? He's looking at her crazy. Like, she still didn't say nothing about him doing, SN the dog or having sex with the dog. No, nothing. He just looking at her blow, like as if she knows something or whatever. Y'all. He was like, I'm sorry. I just had to do it. You wasn't here. So she was like, you had to do what? What are you talking about? He was like, I did it. She was like, you did what? What did you do? Tell me, what did you do? Y'all, it's so sick to even say. Like, he told her that he put his private part in the dog.
They got hospitals in Eastern European for Europe for that. Like, this dude is sick. Like,
Yeah, you got some sickos out there. That's for sure.
What? And see, this is the part that all of us got to get. Of course, the first thing we do is we start asking questions like, what was he thinking? Why would he want to do that? How he attracted to a dog? But that's the point of his thickness. We don't understand that because that's nothing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't register.
Well, I hate to be nasty, Dante, and and I don't like this kind of stuff, but there is a thing that there is a condition some people have. It's called zoophilia. So
I know about. No, trust me.
In the house. Shout out to Ghost in the house.
I wasn't just joking about that Eastern European thing. They do have hospitals out there, like these hotels in certain countries where it's basically like a whorehouse for dogs, where humans can go pick a dog. These dogs were raised. There's other animals too, but mainly dogs, where they're used to having sex with men and women, especially men. So they just take it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gross, of course, and I hope that she turned this dude in because, like, that is that. I mean, next to child, pedophilia, which is obviously higher than that because that's a human. But other than that,
Yeah.
that's like the worst you can do. Like, I mean, it's like, dude, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, these animals are literally innocent ass little creatures. They don't know what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that to a damn dog.
No,
Like,
a puppy.
yeah, it's like, man,
Shout out
I
to New
got
York
it. I
SF.
couldn't imagine this shit. Like, I couldn't imagine. Y'all can see my little icon profile pic. That's my dog right there smoking. If anybody touch my dog, then I kill their ass. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, let me read some of these things because it's on point. She already, Angela says she already suspected her husband and was in denial. Good point. Let's plateau gross. Trying to destroy the evidence. Yeah, that was when he was trying to cover up the blood. Why? And Go says, why is the wife so slow? I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. Listening to the whole damn thing, I'm like, where are you going with this, DJ? It took me a minute.
I know. Yeah. And this is a new low. Angela Reddick says, I would have called the cops and waited outside until they arrived there. New York from to SF says, meanwhile, women still care at all about what males find attractive. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the whole scoop. I mean, if you find somebody, talk about a different preference. I mean, that's good. There's nothing you can do. If a man likes dogs, sensually, there's not much you can do about that. I'm sorry. There's nothing you can do. That person's gone.
Yeah, I mean, I highly recommend people that are into that kind of stuff, stay the hell away from them.
Right. Go says this. He may have not cared it was a dog. It was just a warm hole. He did that to the dog. He would have done that to a kid. Mentally. Oh man, so true.
But not really. Like I said, it is a real thing where somebody. It's kind of weird, DJ. I know your channel's not about this kind of stuff, but usually when you got people that got fetishes like this, they typically stay in that fetish kind of thing. Yeah.
Talk about down low. That's what do we call that? Down low and a half or what? I don't know. In the way down low, WDL. I don't know what.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a this is actually a true story, but there was a kind of similar to what Dante was saying about in Eastern Europe. They had one of those up in Washington State, got busted. Basically, this guy ended up at the hospital. Somebody drove him to a hospital. He's unconscious, bleeding out of his rectum. And the guys he was with just drop him off at the hospital, and just leave him. He ends up dying, so as they're examining him, he had trauma, to his rectum, obviously. But it was not, they were like, no person could have done this. It was just physically impossible. And what they found out, so they called the cops. They're like, hey, man, something weird's going on. I mean, or if it was a person, I mean, this guy was like tortured, But they found weird things in there. Again, I'm trying to keep it clean on your channel. But long story short, when the police looked into the matter, found out he got killed by a horse.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
you know, they got those shows down in Mexico, right, with the women and the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's, you know, I don't know, man. That shit is just, I guess when you get to a certain level uh, in life and you have had so much sex in so many different ways, you got to find a different way to get you off. That ain't it for me, though, dog. Animal, no.
Well,
No.
the thing is with like the poor
y'all.
typically
It gets worse. Let's check this one out. This is
I put crack in her weed though. Like I put crack in her shit. So she's smoking it. She got hooked on crack. Now, mind you, 2 weeks later, I still wasn't done. I was heard about it. So I camped outside her house. Then I just started shooting into the house. Her mother got shot. Y'all gotta listen to my toxic confession because I'm gonna just give y'all a little background. All right, I'm from DC, right? DMV. I'm messing
this y'all get ready. This is crazy.
with this Moco bitch, fucking around with her, wham, like a month and a half. I find out she's cheating on me, like texting other niggas, wham. She don't smoke like that, right? So here's the best part. She don't smoke like that. I say, you want to smoke with me? Cool. I roll up my J, roll up another J for her. I put crack in her weed though. Like I put crack in her shit. So she's smoking it. She got hooked on crack. Now, mind you, 2 weeks later, I still wasn't done. I was heard about it. So I camped outside her house. Then I just started shooting into the house. Her mother got shot. I hit her like a week later. And she started telling me like, yeah, my mom got shot. This, that, the third. She asked me, she was like, cause she know I be having that shit. But she was like, could you help me find out anything, any information? So I'm just
Did you just hear that? He got
Was
so
he
mad
on?
at her. He got so
Was he
mad at her.
online?
Yeah. There's some new thing where if you do effed up things, you can confess to them. This one's called Toxic Confessions. This is crazy. So basically, this is what happened, just in case you didn't catch what he said. He had a lady friend, right? He didn't say it was a wife or anything or a girlfriend, just a lady friend. Well, in his mind, she cheated on him. So he spiced her weed with crack. Okay. And I guess she got on crack now. Now, that wasn't enough for him. So for some crazy reason, he had to run over to her mom's house where she stays and shoot up the house. I don't know why, but he just shot up the house. Hits her mom. And we're about to go forward from there. And she's asking him for help because she didn't know it was him.
just leading her on. And I'm like, oh, already bet. So after I lead her on, I was like, yo, I found the niggas who did it. Come on. So we go, I take her with me, we drive out, and then I got the bitch beat up. After like we drive out where we was going, I told her, get out the car. I'm like, come on. I'm like, the niggas that are in here, it's this bitch in here. I'm like, you gotta fight her. We walk into the house. As soon as we walk into the house, I just start running up the stairs, like leave her. 3-4 bitches come from the side room and start beating the shit out of her. After I start hearing them fight, I just leave. I just let them beat her up. I left her there, like an hour and a half away from her house. And I got her hooked on crack. And her mother got shot. That just goes to show, don't play with me or my mother. Or you will be hooked on crack and your mother will get, yeah. So yeah, that's my toxic confession.
Now, that must be a police app right there, you know, to catch dumb criminals.
Yeah, I'm sure he got somebody had to see that and turn that in easily. If not,
I mean,
that's
like,
just
yeah.
He needs to be under the jail.
No, he needs.
I mean, yeah. This guy, did he unalive the mother or did he?
No, she was just shot. She was just, but man,
okay, but still,
yeah, he don't know who was in that house. Like,
yeah,
he needs to be on death row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah, exactly. Like that kind of stuff. We don't got time for taxpayer dollars paying for this motherfucker to live for the next 50 years eating fucking commissary. You know what I'm saying? He needs to go.
Yeah.
Well, but did you hear though? Did you hear that towards the end? Don't F, that just goes to show don't F with me and stuff. This guy has no remorse.
None.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The dude is completely useless and worthless. Like
yeah.
You can't rehabilitate him. There's
no. You can't.
No.
It's a nice little section of men in our community who's just like that. Like even the bad ones are worse. Like this guy, like goddamn, you just don't you all because he cheated on she cheated on him, right? Like, dude, you should. And you know the crazy part is he probably was smacking all kind of other chicks while they was together. So
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I could not. I bet he was.
I mean,
they don't see it like that. They see it like they get to do whatever they want to do, and then the person has to stay perfect. But you know something? I ain't even done yet. I ain't even done yet. You guys thought that was crazy. Here we go. By the way, you got to thank my crew for this. I was too busy this week. I couldn't pick out any clips. They did all the clips for me. So here we go. Oh, wait, no, I can hardly hear that. Let me turn this one up. Let me turn this up. You got to hear this one.
I have an ex-wife that hates the fact that she had 3 kids with a black man. And if you see, she tries to hide the fact that her kids are black because 2/3 of them don't have hair like me. 1/3 does. But she needs to realize that I'm 100%. So therefore, whatever the...
Okay, so just so you know what's going on, can you guys hear it okay? Because he's talking low.
Yeah, he's talking real low, but it sounded like his ex-wife has 3 black children that she's embarrassed by having 3 black kids. Did I hear that correctly?
I'm gonna play it louder. Here we go.
Unfortunately, I have an ex-wife that hates the fact that she had 3 kids with a black man. And if you see, she tries to hide the fact that her kids are black because 2/3 of them don't have hair like me. 1/3 does. But she needs to realize that I'm 100%. So therefore, whatever the she's mixed with, my kids are 50% black. So at the end of the day, my kids are more black than they are whatever the is. With that being said, she gets into an argument with my 1/3 daughter because she wants a barber, a hairstylist, a person that specializes in curls. And she wants to send it to her friend that did her hair. And I hate to say it, I've seen her hair and her hair has been terrible. So her friend is a terrible job. I wouldn't send nobody there to her. So therefore, I need to find somebody in the DMV area that can do my daughter's hair. She is full on curls. Like combs get stuck in it. Nothing works, and she just wants her hair done. So if there's anybody here that does hair, we would love to make a trip. We would love to do a TikTok. We would love to come out, have fun, and get her hair done. So go ahead and please comment and let me know.
So basically, I guess his wife or his ex was Caucasian, right? And she and his wife hates black people.
Well, I don't think it's the case that she hates black people because obviously she married a black man, so I don't think she hates black people.
No, there's a weird dynamic. Anyway,
but
here we go.
You get this started. I think I'm 75% racist because 75% of the black women out there I can't stand, and I'm not.
Now he just said, did you guys hear that? He's 75%. Racist because 75% of the black women he can't stand. This is after complaining about his Caucasian wife not liking his black kids.
Well, I mean, that's what I was trying to explain. I don't think his ex-wife is necessarily racist. It's just, okay, she's divorced from this man. Now she's got these black kids, and the way, how, in the white community, you got like white men are not going to touch her anymore.
Right.
Like, nah, you slept with black dudes. Nah, you disgusting. You know, that's just the way it is. You know, it's the old saying, once you go black, you don't go back. There's a reason that you can't go back.
Here we go.
She's definitely racist, though.
See what?
You said what up?
I'm sorry, I was just saying she's definitely racist. If you don't love your own, okay, you might have a problem with their hair, that's one thing. But if these are your biological children, especially if you are the woman and you carried them and gave birth to them and you talking to them like this, yeah, come on now, man.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Now let's listen to this man. Here we go.
I think I'm 75% racist because 75% of the black women out there I can't stand. And I'm not the only black man that says that. You know what I mean? Like, I was just having a conversation today, just random black men about black women, and we all agree that y'all break us down. Like, every chance you get.
I'm sorry I have to laugh, but this food just got broke down by a Caucasian woman, who doesn't even really like her own kids because, of her limited options that Darnell was saying, right? And now he's on here. See, you can't make this stuff up. Now he's on here talking about black women that he obviously doesn't know because he has 3 kids with the Caucasian woman. I can't. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
To be honest with you, DJ, it's more common than what you think. Unfortunately,
I'm not like shocked. Like it's just you have to be surprised. It's like, wait a minute, you just got dogged out by your wife who is not black, but you hate 75% of black women.
Well, like DJ, to be honest with you, when bad things happen to you, right? Because I'll be honest, I was guilty of doing something similar. It wasn't just black women; it was just American women. It was American women for me. I said, "Oh, all American women are bad." Kind of basically the same stuff you'd hear in the passport bro community, except I was saying it long before the passport bro.
But the question, Darnell, is it really them or is it you? Because there's a lot of different thems out there, and there's only one you. So if things keep on happening bad to you, or things aren't turning out the way that you want them to, then what does that tell you? I mean, at that time, did you say to yourself, damn, this is some bad luck. Maybe I should go, talk to somebody about this. Do you ever say that? Shout out to Breenan in the house.
Back then you got to remember there was no internet. There was internet, but there was no social media back then.
No, but there were therapists.
Yeah, at that time I didn't trust therapy at that time.
Therapists have been around for 1,000 years.
Yeah, but
Henry VIII used all them kind of people went to one. Didn't help some of them.
Yeah, I understand exactly. But the only point that I was trying to bring up is that a lot of times what ends up happening is you get that bad experience that happens to you. In my case, it was with a Brazilian woman. And
that just ruins everything forever.
Well, see, that's the thing is you don't realize what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Until you start to reflect back on it.
Like 20 years later.
Yeah.
In
some cases,
let's speed things up for everybody. Everybody, if you go through something with somebody and you feel bitter about it, nobody should be mad at you for getting some therapy or talking to, get some therapy because priests are kind of getting weird these days too. So, Brino says, I saw this clip. So glad you are reacting. This guy is an example, Black women living rent-free in men's head. Exactly. True. Because he just the thing is this, we just saw him just recently get dogged out by his non-Black wife, but somehow he's mad at 75%. He sounds a lot like King Sigma. He sounds a lot like King Sigma, where somehow they get dogged out by somebody who's not even black, but they have 100 million words to say about black women. That's the. I just don't know what to say. I mean, that's just like I don't even have to roast. You know, y'all sometimes get mad at me for roasting black men. I don't even have to do that. I just need to keep my mouth shut because ain't nothing I have to explain on this thing. I mean, if you're getting dogged out by Caucasian women or some other race of women, and then all of a sudden you turn around and start, dissing black women, it's like it's crazy to me. It's crazy.
Well, because a lot of times, DJ, you start out dating black women, so you're going to associate that as and when you start having bad experiences, you begin to associate just about every black woman as bad.
Even though they know the source of their problem is not even within the realm of black womendom.
Correct. You know,
I'm just you don't even have to explain it. I'm going to go. Okay, it was good. Let's keep here we go.
Do what we're supposed to do in your eyes. We're not dating the right person or doing this or that. Like, you attack us, and then you want to say we ain't men, we ain't, and all this. Like,
remember now, his wife said he ain't fit, so she don't even like the kids that came out of it.
Who the f- are you? You know what I mean? And half of y'all's life ain't in the position for you to be talking about anyone else's life, but you still.
That's what I'm talking about. But he's talking about other people's life, but his life's fucked up. His wife don't even like his kids.
So, and like I said, it's only 75% because there's just 25% that I rock with that are dope as hell, that are respectful. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that 75%. And fellas like this.
Okay, well, you go ahead and find another woman who just not going to like the kids you have with her. That's how I see it.
I think he'll be okay, DJ, because I mean, if you got about 24 million black women in the country, then that means that his 25% dating pool is still 6 million women. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I tell you this, so like, I think that this guy is just an awkward type of guy. He might have kind of social awkwardness just by the way he's talking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll turn off a lot of people too. It's not about race or whatever. It's just he can try this with anybody. That I like what Darnell said earlier. I even go a step further than American than if you just Western. You know what I'm saying? The Western world, a lot of women really not into that social awkwardness type guy unless they're like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even some of them that's like that don't want that kind of guy. So, but yeah, he definitely should. Besides, how the hell his wife ain't racist? That could not have been the first time she ever showed any racist sign is after they had all them kids together. Like,
yeah,
he probably
maybe he's part of the course. Maybe he's a lot of the common men that are out here where they really they might even, maybe they don't even date a woman of a different race, but they get turned down by them. But then they still come home and take it out on black women. Maybe that's the whole formula. I don't know. I mean, maybe we might be onto something.
Well, again, DJ, you start out by dating black women. That's how it starts. You start out. So that's what you. I mean, that's what you know.
I don't know. I mean, the thing is this. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I think it has to do more with that. He's just broke. He's a broken soul.
That's possible, but again, like. Just like, because right now I'm reflecting on this, basically it's like, okay, when I grew up, there was no, or when I became an adult, there was no social media yet. You did have, I don't think Facebook was around, but you couldn't access Facebook yet. It was like reserved for college students at the time, but you had MySpace. That was about it. But the point is you had to date within your local community back then.
Right. Okay.
So
I understand that part. So what does that have to do with his situation? Why is he even blaming black women when he's left black and womendom, right?
Because what I'm thinking happened is he started out dating black women, got burned, and now he says, I'm racist towards 75% of black women now. You know, that's what I'm thinking is
he just
going
got
on.
but he recently got burned by a Caucasian woman. So
right, and what he hasn't done is it sounds like he hasn't reflected upon that yet. You know, remember,
New York. I'm sorry to interrupt. New York SF says Trump should put a $10,000 tariff on black men's podcast microphones. Sorry, that was kind of funny to me. Let me play a little bit more of this. I got to play a little bit more.
Agree with me because this is true and this is ridiculous.
What's up, y'all? This controversial.
Okay, let me pause right there. That was it. I got this from Shannon's channel. So, oh my God, y'all, here we go. Here we go. You know something? Let's start out with Myron.
All you religious zealots that come in here, the Haram police, the.
Let me pause that for a minute because I want to make sure you guys.
This is the guy I've been waiting for.
Yeah, here we go. Where we're we got to him. We got to him. Wait, no, that was the wrong one. Let me get out. I want out of that, and then I want to go here. Here we go.
Super religious people, like I'm not religious, so if you guys don't like that, like just fuck off. Go watch the religious people. You guys can't come in here and bully me and tell me, well, that's all right. Shut the fuck up. I've told you guys a million times I'm not fucking religious. I don't sit here and say I'm a fucking mukmin or none of that bullshit.
Keep listening. Keep listening. Here we go.
Right? So y'all are not gonna fucking bully me into doing what you guys want. I'm not fucking Sneeko, man. I love Sneeko. I'm glad that he reverted everything else like that. But y'all are not gonna come in here because a lot of his supporters come in here and try to bully me into like, well, you did a fight, God, boy, I suck a dick. Fuck you guys.
Let me pause that for a minute. Meanwhile, Brina West says, "I'm sorry that you started dating black women and had a bad experience, and that at that age have not figured out it's you. Then you are making the black men look bad." Bars. Here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I never purported myself to be a religious individual. All right, I never did. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. This is why religion is so goddamn important, because what God does is he creates objective morality. Okay, anyone that's an atheist, like honestly, you're a fucking loser. I'll be honest with y'all. Anyone.
Do you guys notice the irony right now? Here we go.
That's I don't believe in God. Fuck you. Seriously, you're a fucking retard in my eyes. If you don't believe in God, you don't have fear. If you don't have fear, you act like a fucking retard.
This is probably in the same year. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in the same month. Welcome to the Red Pill. Yep. Here we go. Go says moron is funny. He spent all the money on turkey hair, but he didn't get the size of his forehead, 5 or 6 head fixed.
If you're an atheist, you're a fucking loser. I've never publicly said this, but yeah, I don't like atheists. I don't trust them. They're scumbags 9 out of 10 times.
Remember, so if you haven't noticed, in the beginning here,
all you religious zealots that come in here, the Haram police, the super religious people, like I'm not religious. So if you guys don't like,
and then if I go back over here, we hear this shit right here.
God does is he creates objective morality. Okay, anyone that's an atheist, like honestly, you're a fucking loser. I'll be honest with y'all. Anyone that's I don't believe in.
Okay, so I go back here. He's an atheist.
All you religious zealots that come in here, the Haram police, the super religious people, like I'm not religious. So if
okay, so he's an atheist right here. We cleared that up. But no, right here, he's a Bible whacker.
Religion is so goddamn important because what God does is he creates objective morality. Okay, anyone that's an atheist, like honestly, you're a fucking loser. I'll be honest with y'all. Anyone that's I don't believe in God, fuck you. Seriously,
I don't know what to say. So basically, as you guys haven't seen the pattern that have been giving us all this live, is that we have a lot of flip-flopping, or irony, or hypocrisy, whatever you want to call it. Number one, the brother who got dogged out by a woman who wasn't black, but then dogs out women who are black. Then we have this guy right here who first says he's an atheist and then talks shit about religious people. And then later on talks about being religious and talks shit about atheist people. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of substance to me. Sounds like a person who has a lot of substance. But I ain't done yet. I ain't even done yet. We go forward.
With our mate Myron Gaines.
Again!
And as expected, his attempt to become a serious political commentator is going horrendously. This pivot was always going to end in embarrassment.
Corsia says, more flip-flops than an Old Navy summer clearance.
That's a good one there.
That is a good one.
The man is clueless about literally everything and far too arrogant to acknowledge when he is wrong about anything. The following clip is from a Twitter space, and without knowing anything about the guy Myron is debating, I should mention that I don't endorse anyone on the stage, since it is hosted by the piece of shit sex trafficker propagandists Suleiman Ahmed and Khaleesi. Whatever you think of the subjects being discussed is kind of besides the point, but the point of this is to listen to Myron lie like a pathetic child about what he has publicly said.
Yeah, so the other thing I want to say
Myron,
too.
You were spot on when you said in November of 2024, not like decades ago or in some ancient times, that one of the reasons why everybody should go out and vote for Trump, according to you, is that he was going to finally rein in Netanyahu.
Okay,
wow, that was really on the mark. I'm so looking forward to following the rest of your decisive Rumble analysis. You have such an impressive
here's the
track
thing.
record of correct
You're so honed in. You're so honed in on the Israeli angle. Again, I voted for Trump. Let me go through this because
we're talking about a war that's erupting in the Middle East, you idiot. Of course, that's what we're honed in on.
Hold on, fat boy. Okay.
One of the issues that you claimed you were voting for Trump based on, and that you advocated others vote for him on, was that he was going to constrain Netanyahu and tell him his fun was going to be over.
Yes.
you're
Here's the thing.
wrong about that.
He would have done better. He's doing better on Netanyahu than Kamala Harris.
I don't see it.
Oh man! So he's thinking that Kamala Harris would have done the worst job. I don't know how he. Let's let it spin.
Would have, and I stand on that.
So he told Netanyahu that his fun is going to be over and no more aid to Israel?
No, I'm telling you that if Kamala Harris got in, if Kamala Harris got in,
and then
if Kamala Harris got in,
responsibility at all for the falsehoods that you spew, you then go back to the
what would have Kamala Harris done? What would have Kamala Harris done? Yo, Mike, see, here's the thing. See, here's the problem.
Even the white dude, right, who probably voted for Trump too, or maybe and he's disgruntled about it. Even he knows bullshit when he hears it, because why would you bring up somebody else up when you win by fact? You can see Trump in office, Netanyahu, whatever his name is, dropping bombs everywhere. Yeah, what is it again?
Netanyahu.
Okay, Netanyahu dropping bombs everywhere. That's what we see. That's what we got. That's the result we have. So I had to argue it with.
You're going ahead and saying, "Oh, well, you said X, Y, Z, blah blah." What was the alternative? The alternative wasn't better. I picked the best alternative.
You said correct or not? You said you encouraged everyone to vote for Trump because he was going to tell Netanyahu his fun is over and no more aid to Israel. So you were wrong about that. Correct?
Whoa! I never said that there was going to be no aid to Israel. No, now you're lying. Now you're lying. Now you're misrepresenting my position. I never said that he would say no more aid to Israel. I never said that he would say no more aid to Israel. I never said that he was.
Okay, it says nope. Trump is going to finally tell Netanyahu his fun is over to be over. So he literally.
I just wanted to say this real quick, DJ, is that I've actually spoken to Myron several times. You know, I used to call into his show. He has a history of saying something and then months later denying he ever said that. He has a history of that.
Yeah.
And he's done it with me. You know, I used to call in. I used to get on him about his financial advice. Mm-hmm. You know, I thought it was terrible. Yeah, and he like I remember episodes of him saying, "Oh yeah, get in the house, put down as little as possible and stuff like that." And I'm like, no, you don't want to do that because you can't afford the house. The house owns you,
right?
And it's like, no, and then he says, no, I never said that. I tell people to put down as much as they can. I'm like, no, I can go back and run the tape.
Yep. Ghost says this: Harris is off minding her own private citizen business, and these dummies still gotta put her name in their mouths.
But you got to remember, I just got to say this to that, is that you got to remember she's on the list for 28. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, for me, I mean, I think this is one of those situations where she doesn't have to do a whole lot. I mean, the term, it sells itself, but let's listen a little bit more in this. Let me spin this. Here we go.
Say no more aid to Israel. We all know that politicians are controlled by Israel, and you have to play the game to some degree.
I have your exact quote. Trump is going to finally tell Netanyahu his fun is going to be over soon, or else no more aid to Israel.
Yes, he's gonna look, bro. Oh my God, man.
I mean, you couldn't be more spectacularly wrong about anything.
Again,
and yet here you are pretending like you're just unblemished, and your political analysis is totally unimpeachable.
He's just I think he's a well-paid BSer. He's very good at BS.
Yeah, he doesn't. Again, he'll never acknowledge that. Hey, I fucked up. I made a mistake. I've only seen him one time acknowledge he made a mistake, and that was only because he was losing subscribers.
Oh, look, I've caught niggas in court lying, like the court said they lied, and they still don't say they lied. So, yes, the Myron ideology is all over the place. I mean, literally, like the outsiders and or judges or whatever are literally saying that's false, and they still go on. Long story short. Anyway, here we go. I got more.
We've interviewed almost 3,000 girls on this show. When a girl's in a relationship with a guy that she actually loves, admires, and respects, all other men in general are invisible to her. Yeah. Are there some anomalies out there? Yeah. But most women don't see other men when they're in love with their man.
Wait, but Myron, isn't that your girl? Isn't that Angie? Isn't that the woman that you said you love, the most perfect woman in the world? Isn't that Angie? No. Don't tell me it happened to the Fresh and Fit guys. Again! I love circling the block on old friends because sometimes when I make a take on this platform, it takes time to develop. You need to let the pot stir. It's more of a stew as opposed to something that can be made into an air fryer or something like that. It's not an Instapot dish, it's a crock pot. So every time I see Fresh and Fit make relationship content, I just add a little bit more of an ingredient, add a little bit more seasoning, add a little bit more experience. Okay. And we saw a delicious meal when Walter Weeks got exposed for him dealing with a 304. He was exposed for basically letting a woman take advantage of him. The things that he said his high value self would not do. Well,
one of the best ladies ever. Best women.
She then highlights, instead of staying with Myron in NYC, Angie decides to go to a rollerblade event in Orlando.
Solo cast tomorrow? Yeah, Angie won't be here, unfortunately. I wish she was here, but she's got to leave.
Okay, this is the flyer of the said.
This is a funny part to me is like, basically, I like these make-believe relationships these red pillars beginning into. It's hilarious.
Rollerblading event that's going down in Orlando at some park or something like that. And this is the picture from the rollerblading event. Looks like a fun time. Okay,
so remember, she chose rollerblading over Myron. There's nothing wrong with that because every once in a while you got to do your own thing. But
there's a lot more to it than that, DJ.
Okay. Sounds like Okay, here we go.
At the guy to the left of Angie, we are highlighting that specific dude. I believe this person on the left here is Angie, and we're talking about the left side of her. And then as you can see in the picture that I showed at the beginning of the video, it looks like Angie is holding hands with this man as she rollerblades through this city. Now, this will go against everything that Myron's ever said. Remember, he's in a relationship that's open on his end, but closed on Angie's end.
My fucking girlfriend is smart, man. Down to Marco Frangio.
Oh, he does have
Yes, I do. And the thing is that we don't argue. I do what the fuck I want to do. She's loyal to me. It's monogamous on her end, open on my end. You know where she's at right now? She's hanging out.
I think that's how most men think. I think most men, I won't say most, I'm not going to say that. A large portion of men, they think that's how relationships should go. I mean, obviously, we can't tell like the average guy, but just from what I've seen, a lot of men, they think it's okay to cheat, but they will have a conniption fit if their woman cheats. That's what I've seen.
You know, my parents living a great life. She don't got to worry about shit. And she's smart enough to understand. This bothers me a little bit that I know that he's with other women. I understand that he cares about me. He loves me, provides for me.
Thank you, Pastor Omar. Thank you. So I think this still is very important, but it's a slow burner. So be patient with me. Now, it kind of contradicts everything that you said because it's supposed to be monogamous on her end, but open on yours. And I know big macho man alpha like you would not be happy with Angie being down in Orlando holding the man's hand, a friend, a game, anything otherwise, because that would be damaging your reputation. You would have people like me making videos about you in your relationship. So there's
the reason I asked that is I've watched almost every single podcast you ever did for about a year and a half. So much so that I bought into a lot of the things that you said. And for about 2 years, it led me astray and significantly damaged my personal life, including relationships.
How did it lead you astray?
Well, you told me to go sleep with a bunch of women and date multiple women at the same time, which I did. And it significantly damaged my life. And it wasn't until I actually turned around and started listening to Jesus Christ that I was saved. Now I'm happily married, and I think you're significantly damaging people, and especially you're leading people away from morality. Women are not sex objects. Women are created in the image of God, and they are valuable, and they should be treated as such. Why should God give you one of his children if you don't even know how to treat them?
The point I'm trying to make is
bars, ladies and gentlemen. That's let me keep it going.
I teach guys a skill set, right? If I give you a gun and you shoot yourself in the foot, is that my fault? If I taught you how to properly use it, how to disarm it, disassemble it.
Oops, he's trying his best. He's trying his best.
How to load the magazine in properly, all that. If I give you the skill set, then you shoot yourself in the foot, right? Is that really my fault?
Myron is so disingenuous here because ultimately, Myron, even when people are following the correct paths, they are doing these things, they are actively dating, or even attempt to do what you claim that you're trying to do and tell men is that you should find yourself through all these women. You are one of the most harshest critics of anybody dating in the world. As soon as
shout out, Strum's in the house. Strum gets in you.
Somebody proclaims that this person is a girlfriend to them that has any sort of status or whatever, you get on the internet and bash the hell out of them.
With Neon, with him, I'm trying to help these young guys out so they don't put themselves in precarious social situations, especially when they got a fucking audience, because this shit's gonna follow you. Neon, for the rest of his life, is gonna always be associated with this dumbass hoe, Sam. Nick, for the rest of his life, is going to be associated with this chick, Sky Bree. Bro, you cannot escape your woman's poor decisions. So why not just avoid it altogether and not put yourself in a bad situation, man? I would try to warn them.
You tried to warn them, Myron, and we tried to warn you about how treating Angie, although be it nobody that we should be coping for, because she did ultimately sign up to be with Myron. But how you treated her would land you in this situation right here, where now her image and the way that she's portraying herself is coming back to you. So what is it? She's either cheating on you or she broke up with you because you treated her like a D-bag and didn't want to be with her. And that's not me projecting. This is Myron saying he doesn't have time for Angie.
I take that seriously, guys, and I've given up my social life to do so. I've been sitting inside. The only time I go outside, you guys want to know the truth? I only really go outside when I do the fucking debates, man. If I'm be honest with y'all, niggas.
The point about men like Myron is they really have no soul. There's nothing in there. It's like running. It's like he's just like firewood. When the fire gets done with him, he'll just be ashes. He's had a long run though, ruining men. I think, and it's funny because that young man that he was telling him about how he was ruining his life. This man, number one, he gives me a soldier vibe, kind of like Darnell does, and he gives me the same kind of like you betrayed me, making me think that I should needed to be a D-bag to be happy with women when that wasn't true. That, oh hell, how how can you be such a effed up person kind of a vibe? And that's basically what's going on. And with Myron, he's basically that's the when when you men are out there try to blame black women or any women, but mostly black women, about why your life is going shitty, maybe it's because you're listening to your brothers or your fathers who sound like Myron. Maybe that's the problem. Or you're listening to Myron or somebody like Myron who's online. They will ruin your lives. They will, hey, they might talk you into some stuff that will be fun for a minute, but at the end of the day, it's just, they're basically online CRACK dealers when it comes to making you feel good, and then there's nothing else after that. It's just empty calories per se.
Yeah. I like how you said empty calories, and you're right. It's empty calories. You know, it's like drinking beer. The only point where I do disagree with you, a lot of times you say that like Myron messes the men up. A lot of times they're already messed up. In fact, they reach out to him because they're messed up, and he seems to he seems, and I'm trying to use the. I'm not saying he actually provides a solution, but it appears like he provides a solution.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'll just be honest with you. When Myron, I remember the episode Myron said you should sleep with 50 different women before settling down. I was like, that's the worst thing I had ever heard. I mean, and I was still a Fresh and Fit fan at that point. But I was like, man, that's horrible. Like, who's to say, number 2 or 3, isn't the right one? You never know. Why 50? And then I mean,
as a person who's lived a long time, longer than I can guarantee you that the majority of men have ruined a good situation more than been put in a bad situation. And what I mean is this: of course, you might be different, but a lot of men have met some wonderful women, but because they were in HOE mode or whatever you want to call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They missed out on a dime. They missed out on the love of their life. If you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, I know in some instances it's like the defense will be, well, you can't make me like somebody I'm not into. But the bottom line is you had your opportunity. So if your opportunity comes around again, or if you're complaining about how women are acting, a lot of men, they need to remember that one woman that treated him like a king and they dogged her out. It's that important. That'll bring you back to earth if you remember how what you did or you didn't do. Even if you treated her okay, but you didn't want to move forward in marriage or whatever relationship, just remember you had your opportunity. You had your chance. There was your Super Bowl was staring you in the face when it comes to relationships. And for whatever the reason, it didn't happen. And the problem I have is a lot of men, they'll have their Super Bowl opportunity or their chance and just completely start blaming women later in life, knowing they had their chance. She was ready for you to kneel and all that kind of stuff, and to be what we would call it a traditional man per se, right? And chose not to, and you have that opportunity and you have that right to choose not to, but don't turn around and start talking smack like well, let me bring up that dude, that other hypocrite. Let me bring him up. Like this dude right here. Opportunity. He took his chance on somebody who was not going to be happy with the results of their children. See, I'm even being diplomatic about how I'm saying it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. But at the same time, though, too, DJ, just to play devil's advocate here, no one has a crystal ball. And when it comes to dating, like things you've seen.
I agree. I'm sorry to pause you, but that's the point. If you don't have a crystal ball, you better take that Super Bowl when it comes. That's what a lot of men think especially in the red pill, but just in general, a lot of men think you're going to get another chance or you're going to get another. There's a difference from having another chance and having the chance. And you think you're going to get another one and you may not. That if you ask most men, especially my age or even older, they will tell you in life they've had maybe 3 chances, maybe 4 chances to get married. And this, I'm not talking about guys who were like average. I'm talking about guys who like were great looking all of their life. You see what I'm saying? Who had their opportunity, were what women want, but they only had 4 opportunities. So it really comes down to, in your mind, not who's perfect, but who's freaking good enough, you know? And the problem is a lot of men, I think infidelity is on the increase. I can tell you that right now. And that's why I believe there's this loneliness, and we'll have lonely part 3 coming up. This loneliness epidemic in men is because they've had opportunities. They've banged women or whatever you want to say. They've had sex with other women, but they still feel lonely because that's just how they feel. It's not that. It's just they can't get rid of that empty hole in their heart. The only way they're going to do that is by really what men, especially in our community, can't stand, which is therapy. That's the only way it's going to go away. But they've had their chance. The key that for men, and I'm saying this because I want men to stop abusing women. You've had your chance. You had it. You know you had your chance, especially if you're in your 40s or your 50s. You damn well had your chance. You ain't got nothing to say. You ain't got nothing to say to women. You had the right woman in front of you, and for whatever you did, for whatever way you fumbled it. You fumbled it. You fumbled it. You fumbled it. That wasn't, they loved you to death. I know everybody's had this story. I know I'm not the only one that where they loved you to death. They wanted to be with you, but you didn't want to. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that happening where you just didn't have that same connection. That's not the problem. The problem is turning around and talking shit about women after you've had your opportunity. That's the fucking problem right there.
You're right about that, DJ. I think that a lot of men, even the average man, by the time they hit their, I'll say 50s, they probably had a handful of chances with women. Now, one was probably better than the other ones, at least for what their marriage would have been. But they done met about 4 to 5 women who they dealt with in their life who could have been their wife. Like every man I know, actually, even the married ones, even the men I know that married told me that they have had other women that, you know what I'm saying? Like, wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way it is with us, and we do have an extra. I mean, the one thing about men is men can push that into their 40s and 50s and still legitimately be able to find a love of their life or a wife. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie to you, it happened to me. I only had 2 of them that I passed up on, but one, I was in my 20s and I was going, dog. So, you know,
right.
I wasn't thinking about it like that. But looking back at it now, I'm 36. When I remember I looked back, I was like, man, like,
yeah. When you're in your 30s, man, that's you get around the closer you get to 40, and you start looking back and you start reflecting on things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why man. But no, I'm in that family stage now. Like I don't got no kids or nothing, man. I'm about ready to make that happen. Cause playing around in these streets, it ain't worth it, man.
Right.
No, it's not worth it.
It's more to life than just smashing chicks and stuff. Like that's the thing that people don't get when they're young. Like, and they get older and they start to realize it. But you already made 50 kids and 50 different women and ruined all these kids' lives and stuff. Like you gotta learn this shit up.
Yeah, basically, you're creating the 304s that you can't stand, the ones that you're talking about. You're creating them when you do that. You know,
Basically,
it's to me, it's like, okay, and that's where I have an issue with Fresh and Fit. You know, is okay, you're creating the problem. So I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing for their show because now they're going to have a cycle of customers coming in, you know, or customers, followers. You know, they're going to have a constant cycle, basically. So maybe maybe they're doing it on purpose. I don't know, you know, but they're basically encouraging men to create the problem, to create the type of woman that they can't stand.
Right. Anyway, I think that's a good. I think this is good. I have a whole lot of other clips, but I think it's best instead of going for until 2 in the morning. I think what I'll do is I'll do a part 2, possibly tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sunday, I do a part 2 of this, and because I still got some more clips. I mean, my team loaded me up very well with some excellent content. So, but I want to give you guys a hand of applause for being on stage with me and chopping it up. And I absolutely love the chat. The chat was on point tonight as well. Let me even King Sigma. Even I appreciate him, and he gets on my nerves. But anyway, King, you know, well, maybe he'll come up tomorrow because you know something, King Sigma. You know, I'm going to bring back for you, King Sigma. I'm going to bring back what's her name? Pearly, just for you. I'm gonna roast Pearly tomorrow, just for you. So
Not
anyway.
another grifter. Jesus.
Oh man.
I just gotta be honest, DJ. All these damn like as I'm finding out, all these people that I once had faith in, you know, man, they're all fake, man. They're all fake as hell. You know, they're not about helping men. You know, you can see that even with I mean, Andrew Tate is the worst one.
Yeah.
You know, he is the worst one. And I mean that because he's talking about, okay, yeah, I'm here to help young men, but he says I'm helping men with one breath, but he's going behind and scamming the same men he's trying to help.
That's basically, he's not alone though. He is not alone. I mean, that's basically the whole market, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, multi-level marketing schemes, and you know, selling courses and all this other crap. And it's like, man, who are you? At the end of the day, you know, is anyone really the false testimonials? Hell, I remember there was an episode of Fresh and Fit, one of the call-in shows. There was a 17-year-old kid talking about, thanks to you guys, I'm closing on my second property. I'm like, what kind of bank lends money to a damn 17-year-old to buy a house?
Right. Well, here's the ironic thing. Here's the ironic thing. Remember Derek Jackson?
Yep.
Oh man, you talk about if his life, everybody was mad at him because, you know, he was per se, you know, defending black women. But at the end of the day, he was about as red pilled as they could come. He couldn't keep his wiener out of anybody, you know. She had to do what he said he wanted her to do. She had to be fit, feminine, friendly, and submissive. And it's so ironic. It's just the irony of that. You know what I mean? It's because it just shows you how much lack of empathy he had, that he could just literally lie to thousands, tens of thousands of women and not feel not bad about it at all. So
no remorse whatsoever.
No remorse.
You know, but you know, to me, it's just, you know, when you talk about, like, I mean, to be honest with you, like, again, I was a fan of Fresh and Fit. I really was. I started listening to them before they even hit 20,000 subscribers. So that'll tell you how far back I go with them. But I'll tell you the reason. I found them. To be honest with you, it's just really that my ex fiance, she really pissed me the hell off.
So that's the formula. It's a feeling of bitterness.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a feeling of bitterness.
Right. Let Deontay get some in here. Here we go.
Go ahead,
Deontay. How you want to how you want to land a plane? Talk to us.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm just listening, man. But I just say one thing. You notice a comparison with Umar and Derek Jackson is that they both women, right? Of course, that's cool. But get this part. Notice how both of them lost the following of the men. Once men stop following you, you done. You exposed now.
True.
Like, because I know. I mean, think about it. If Derek Jackson was really telling us, we all saw that he was bullshitting, man. It wasn't what he was saying. It was the person who was saying. He's like, dude, we know what you really out here doing. We ain't got the evidence yet. And then it drops like with Umar. We know what you're doing. That whole thing is a joke, man. But the last thing I want to say about the Red Pill Role is think about the men who are listening and following the Red Pill, especially the ones that are hardcore. Do you think these are strong, confident alpha males? Hell no, because they would not be listening to weird ass dude on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Talk about not like that, not him. They would listen to Jordan Peterson or some shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like y'all hear it earlier. There are certain type of men out here that's lonely, that's incels, that's broke, that's out of shape, that's whatever, ugly, whatever you want to say that. Or these guys is probably just normal looking guys, but they don't have a mindset though. You know what I'm saying? They're awkward. They're real sensitive. They listen to guys like this. That's Andrew Tate's number one fan. Andrew Tate's number one fan is some pimple face, slightly overweight, slushy dude who masturbates the porn all damn night. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his number one. It's not some dude with a six pack in a millionaire house.
Yeah.
And he's doing all these guys, fresh fit, all of this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like. I'm sorry, my bad, Dante.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick. It's the movie Fight Club. You remember Fight Club?
Exactly. Yep.
Those men were all lacking something, and that's what the red pill. That's what the red pill does. You're gonna gravitate. When you're weak, of course, you're not gonna. Again, if you're already good with women, you're successful. Blah blah blah. You ain't gonna be listening to no damn Fresh and Fit. You already got it.
Very true.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all, time for me to hit the beat.
Man, you ended it early. You ended it early, man. This is deep.
Actually, I'm 22 minutes late. I always want to. I'm just so used to ending it super late that today I'm still overtime. But again, I'll probably be on tomorrow or Sunday, either day. I know I'll be on because I still got some more clips. And I think what I'll do is I'll put on Umar tomorrow. Umar and we'll take a look at Derek Jackson back in the day. Tomorrow. Because to me, like I said, I throw him in with the red pill dudes now, but not by mouth, but by actions. He dogged out that woman. He dogged out his wife so bad.
Yeah.
He dogged her out.
Yeah.
I mean, she might have been in on it, but he's still dogged her out. Anyway.
Yeah. But why would you want to bring up Daryl J? I mean, is he even relevant at this point?
Why not?
I haven't heard.
We can laugh
I
at
haven't
him
heard his name in so long.
Move on, we can laugh at him.
Fair enough.
I don't want people to forget.
Got you. That makes sense.
Okay, here we go. Which song do I want to play? Yeah, I like this track. There we go.
When we gather in the name of good.
All right, shout out to in New York to SFTCM.
But to mend what's
Of course, shout out to Deontay and Darnell. Shout out to Angela Reddick. Shout out to Let's Plateau. Hey, and a shout out to friends who helped me produce this show. Shout out to King Sigma, who's waiting for his lover girl, Pearly Things, to show up tomorrow or Sunday. Shout out. The strumming and wrenching, doing his thing. Rena West, shout out. Shout out to Ghost, who actually produced the song.
Welcome, beloved.
Excellent view. Beautiful song. What is up in here in the mix? Shout out to Tevin. Tevin came through. Let me get off the thing. Here we go. All right, everybody. I appreciate you coming through. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to comment on this live stream, feel free to do so in the comments. We read them all the time. All right, everybody. Have a good night.